Woo! All right, what is up, guys? So here's the reveal of the new bike we've added to the channel. It's a 2013 Yamaha XT250. It's got 4,000 miles on it, so a pretty low mile example for a 2013, I guess. So how did we end up here? So I had an XT225, and when I was looking and ended up with that bike, I really wanted an XT250. I looked for a couple months, wasn't really finding any decent deals on one, and so I ended up getting the XT225 when a good deal on one of those popped up. But for some reason, as far as small displacement air cooled, this is the bike I've wanted. The XT250 2013 or newer, so it's fuel injected, and it's the first time I found a good deal on one. So the bike will need a rear tire soon, but it ain't toast yet. The front tire, however, was toast, so I haven't put 5 miles on the bike, and we've already got a Dunlop. No, I lied to you, not a Dunlop. It's got a Dunlop 606 on the rear, was already on it. This is the Tusk D Sport. It does fit with the lower mud guard with, I don't know, I can stick my index finger up in there. So 1/2 inch or so of space to spare for the mud guard. And if it ends up not being a big enough gap, Bradley Performance makes a kit to raise this, or we'll just ditch it all together. It does have a aftermarket aluminum skid plate that was already on it, but I did the tire change on it yesterday. Fresh fluid, fresh oil filter. Previous owner had just put the DG exhaust on there. Pretty loud, a little louder than I like it to be, so at some point we'll be adding the quiet core insert to it. And I threw some new grips on real quick. Just Tusk half waffles, $6, Rocky Mountain, can't beat them. And I'm gonna ride it like this for a couple weeks, and then I'm pretty sure, but I'm gonna ride it first, and then we're probably going to end up yanking the rear shock out to increase the preload. No, you don't have to do that. You can take the side panels off and use a hammer and a punch and do that, but you're gonna be sitting here in the floor hammering on it for probably an hour. So I'm just gonna drop the rear shock if I need to up the preload, which is, I'm just going ahead and say it's gonna happen. But I'm gonna ride it like this for a little while. The other thing I want to do after I've ridden it for a week or two is we're probably going to do something with the front suspension. I want to ride it for, like I said, a week or two, and then decide on whether I want to do heavier springs and heavier fork oil, or if I want to try to get away with making some longer spacers and then just doing heavier fork oil with the factory springs. So like I said, we'll ride it for a couple weeks, see what we think of it, and then start modding the suspension from there. And another thing that I want to get, kid before me had a box on here, real small, couldn't even really carry anything. The smallest Harbor Freight box. So I yanked that off there. It's not hardly good for anything. But I'll get a rear rack on it at some point, and then throw the larger top box on the rear, and possibly, I don't know if I'll do side luggage like what I've got on the T7. I may go with the Tusk Dualsport side luggage. It's a little smaller, not quite as much capacity, and then also foot pegs. I'm gonna go Bradley Performance aluminum foot pegs, and that's it so far. Like I said, gonna ride it for a couple weeks and see what we think of it, and then just continue to do a few tasteful upgrades and go from there. So first ride video will be coming out soon. Like I said, I've only put 4 or 5 miles on it max, so I haven't even ridden it as far as I'm concerned, just down the street and back. So we'll take it out soon. Look forward for that video coming out the next week, and we'll hit some dirt roads on it, see what we think before we start messing with suspension and trying to get it dialed like I had the XT250 dialed. So, see you in the next one.